What's cracking, guys? Bruce Matson here, your host show, Metro Scout Fantasy Football, and I have another rookie draft running back prospect that I want to talk about today. He was actually one of my late round targets throughout the draft season. Talked about him a little bit on the channel, talked about him during his combine, after those combine results, had good production, looked good on tape. Everything was glowing about him. Ranked pretty high in a lot of people's running back rankings. I'm not talking top 5 or anything, but he was in the top 10 in a lot of people's running back rankings. Runs well between the tackles, can be used in the passing game, has the ability to be that spark to help you in fantasy. Could be a guy that comes out of nowhere and deliver fantasy results. One of those guys, kind of like Elijah Mitchell from last year, just one of those guys that you never know, but he has those things in his profile that if he gets the opportunity, he could take the ball and run with it for a little bit. And I'm talking about Pierre Strong from the New England Patriots. They drafted him in the 4th round, mid-round pick, day 3 prospect. Day 3 guys aren't super sexy, but he's dirt cheap in rookie drafts right now. Rushed for 1,600 yards and 18 touchdowns last year. At the combine, remember, he ran a 4.3 740-yard dash, has a 95th percentile size, adjusted speed score. Why he's fallen in drafts to the late 3rd, early 4th round with a 35 ADP, going out on average RB12 off the board in rookie drafts is because this roster here for the Patriots, they are log jammed at the running back position. They always have, and they've always will be, because they like to spend those mid-round picks on running backs. Right now, they have Damian Harris, Ramondre Stevenson, James White, and then they also drafted Kevin Harris in the 6th round of this year's draft, who could also blossom. I may have another video on him here in a little bit, but focusing on Pierre Strong here, he has the opportunity to take over James White's role. White's older. He is good as gone here soon. Damian Harris, he's not an alpha. He's a good running back. Gets the job done. He's a good little grocery getter. One of those 4-door compact cars that can get you across the road, across town a little bit, but you're never going to drive across the country to Disneyland or anything. Damian Harris is all right. He can run the ball between tackles, do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But Pierre Strong could develop into that running back that takes over. He's got that speed. He's got that ability to eat up chunks of yards. Ramondre Stevenson looks good. He could be the thunder to Strong's lightning, and Strong just has this different ability in his profile. He can be that pass-catching specialist, and he can be that guy who gets a large amount of carries. And you know they'll have the Ramondre Stevenson game, the Pierre Strong game, Damian Harris game, maybe even the Kevin Harris game later on down the line. Damian Harris, how long is he going to be with the Patriots? Who knows? James White, we know he's not going to be there much longer. Can Pierre Strong outplay James White right now? Might be able to. He's more athletic. He's got more long speed. That pop that he runs with might be enough for him to earn some carries, earn some snaps, get him some workload. Think of him as that late 3rd round, early 4th round option in rookie drafts that you may want to get some shares of. Diversify to him in your rookie drafts. The talent's there. He can run the ball between the tackles. He's got long speed. He's got the burst. He's got some wiggle. Draft capital's okay. He's a mid-round guy. And I know that 4th rounders don't usually hit, but we're not paying much for this. He's free. Other running backs going off the board on average after him. Maybe in your league they may go before him, but on average, Keontae Ingram, Tyler Beatty, Kyron Williams, Jerome Ford, Ty Chandler. He has higher draft capital than most of them, if not all of them. And he's in a spot where it's kind of sneaky where he falls in drafts because this roster's log jammed, but it's not like it's full of alphas. So it's a little bit ambiguous because they do like to give their running backs a chance, especially if they're starting to prove themselves. If Pierre Strong proves himself, he could work his way in that rotation. And we're not expecting every running back we draft to be an RB1, but if we have a functional asset here who gives us RB2 results 3, 4, 5 times out of the season, we just throw him in at our flex, throw him in as our RB2 on some weeks, That's pretty good for a late third-round rookie pick. That's pretty good for a fourth-round rookie pick. Not to mention his speed, not to mention his ability to catch the ball in the backfield. That could allow him to be even more productive. The upside's limitless, almost with this prospect if they want to lean on him. And the downside is it's just a third-round pick that gets thrown away. There's no real downside here. Most of these running backs here aren't going to do anything. Pierre Strong's got some stuff in his profile where we could see happening for him. He's got the production. He's got the athleticism. He's in a sneaky spot with the Patriots. You know they're not pass heavy. You know they want to use the run a little bit. You know they're not slinging it deep, so they will check it down to these running backs. He could be their pass-catching specialist in the future. Also, that long speed could be something they want to utilize in certain situations, screens, draws, whatever. That is something they want to use, that long speed, that burst, that athleticism. Pierre Strong's got something going on here. He's a sneaky play here in Dynasty. I think startup drafts, you can get him even cheaper, pretty much free. And in rookie drafts, he's out of value. But let me know what you think about him. Drop it in the comments. Make sure you hit that like button. Helps out the video. Spreads it around a little bit due to the algorithm and all that stuff. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out if you haven't already. Every subscription matters. It fuels me to keep pumping out this content. Fuels me to keep helping you with your dynasty teams, your rookie drafts, in-season content, and everything else. But again, I want to thank you, and I'll catch you next time.